Okay, so let's take a look at how you can set up your first free tier account with Google Cloud. So when you search for Google Cloud on Google, you will notice that it will return you with this result. Click on the default result and you will be redirected to cloud.google.com. Right now here we will be starting with our free tier trial. So let's take a look at the start free button. Click on that, and next thing it will ask you to log in. So you have to pick the email which you wish to use for your trial, right? So I'll be using that. Now notice that once you log in, you will find it will redirect to this particular dashboard where it will ask you the details related to your country, then your organization. I'll be selecting, let's see, reselling cloud service, helping clients use cloud, then business idea, startup, small company, large, and so on. So I'll be using this for helping clients use cloud, right? Next, you can see if you want additional credits over $100 worth, you will have to use a different organization email. So I'll not be using that considering I don't have such use case. By default, I will get like $300 worth of credit for 90 days. So I have enough time to test things out, right? So at the top, you can see my account. I can switch to another if I want to, then choose the country and reason for your cloud usage, right? Then accept the terms, click continue, right? Then it will refresh and move into the next step where you can see the account type. It says business, but we can modify that to individual because I am using this to teach people how to use cloud, right? Next comes payment method. I will have to use my card here, and once I do that, I'll be using sort of a verification method because that's what is applicable for my card, right? Then there is tax information. So current tax status is registered individual. I can use my tax details here. If I am applicable for GST in case of business, I can add that as well, right? So these are optional, but I can still add the same. Now after I verify the card, and so I will be presented with the option that what describes my organization, then what brought you to Google Cloud. So I'll be saying, let's say, learn about or explore, right? That would be good. Learn about specific product services, then I will say next. Then what are you interested in? So I will use, let's say, compute and things like, let's say, virtual machine, then APIs, data, storage, and AI. You can add as much as you want so that your dashboard will populate with those recommendations. Then what best describes your role, you will be selecting from that. Here you can choose. So let's say you can use engineer developer. In this case, I will just push to done. Now here you see get started with interactive tutorial. Here you have compute engine, cloud storage, cloud SQL, where you can see you can use the monthly credit for that, right? So on that note, let's take a look at the option cloud SQL, where you can see you can learn through this tutorial. I'll be skipping all of that because our goal here is to set up your cloud project, also set up the billing, because once we set that up, we'll be able to do the further work as we please. Right, skip for now, and let's say we are here. You can see it is welcoming me, and it is asking me to go through checklist for common task. There are also top products. Can give it a shot, and I can choose through all of this. Click on go to checklist, and here you see I have set up billing account. I can review, create project, that is created for me. Then there is find product API, start working on project, understand and calculate pricing, and finally I can close. If you want to go through your billing account, you can do so. You can check project as well. So let's go and check review. On the right you can see billing account. I can go to billing. I can see my free trial is now started. I can also upgrade after finishing my trial, right? For 90 days that part is taken care of. Now let's go to billing to see what has changed or needs change. Already verified with credit card, so that part is most likely cleared. Right here you see this is the billing part. Right here you can set up budget alert also if you want. Let's close the tutorial part. Here you can see health checks and so on. 91 days, it will end on July 25. So that's fine by me. I will just move on to the option available to me. I will set up budget alert. Here you can see billing account overview and payment overview. We'll be seeing through the options like scope, monthly range, projects, services, discounts, promotion, and so on. And finally it will allow you to select the amount and action, like stop the usage or so. Like say after crossing $50 per month, you can stop the cloud from consuming any further credit card usage, right? So apart from that, you can see all the options that you have: billing account, you have organization, and so on. Okay, so let's move on to things like payment settings. Let's see, it will be taking me to the same page. Here you see click on the menu anytime to find solution for business. Got it. So it is slowly starting to give me some suggestion. Currently I am in billing account, so it will be showing me that. Now if I want to go to the main dashboard, I'll be using this top menu, then click on cloud overview and click dashboard. Once things are set up, you will be seeing your project's status and the consumption of resource through that place, right? So this is the dashboard you will be checking regular basis. If you want to customize it for some other services, click customize and remove things. For example, let's say I don't need any form of trace or getting started, so I will remove that, so it won't appear now. News I don't want, remove. Then comes documentation, I don't want that, removed, and so on, right? So let's click done and see what changed. So those items are now removed. I can check the recommendation for what to add, and based on that I can add those components, right? So check back for recommendation. Currently we don't have any activity going on, that's why there are no recommendations. I got my project name, ID. I can always change this. Let's see if I want to go to project settings, and here I will change its name as well. So let's see, my project name is DevNami, and let's give it a name for, let's see, DevNami edu. Let's save this, considering I'm using this account purposefully for this education purpose, right? So I got the project name. Next thing, I will be going back to cloud overview and dashboard, right? And now you can see the project name changed. At the top you can also notice project is changed. I can change the project by clicking on new project and then shifting it to it. I can also set the separate billing for each project as well, so that kind of works out, right? Now next thing, I can pick the solution from the menu. For example, let's say if I want to work with SQL or maybe Cloud Run, right, or even BigQuery and cloud storage, either way I can access it from this top menu, right? So what we have done here so far is we have set up our Google Cloud service, and we set up our billing account, and we have started our 90-day trial, and we are good to go. You may need to make few changes, but apart from that you will have project that will show dashboard like this, and item you can adjust with. From this point onwards you can go ahead, pick your service and then work on it, right? So central place to go is your menu and then dashboard. Always come to this particular part if you are finding yourself missing. You can always search for things in the top search bar. Let's say I want to use compute, so I will type in compute and then it will show me the product and pages with that keyword. So here you see compute engine, this is what we need, right? Clicking on that would take you to the place. So like any other cloud service, you will have this particular page too, right? So it's always good option to go through the top down menu here that allows you to go to places. You can see the various options within them. For example, cloud storage has buckets, monitoring, etc. BigQuery has its own page. You can also put them into pin, right? So any particular you want, you will be able to put them in pin, right? You will also find the notification at the top. You can select the project anytime you want, it will take you here. Then you can go between your projects through this option as well. For example, let's say for resources I can go here, right? It will take me to that particular part, right? Now apart from that, we will also take a look at this Cloud Shell. Once you activate this, it will have some specific fee. It will have few things for you to set up before you can access this. I think you need to install Cloud SDK, and once you do that, make sure to sync your account with that SDK and then use the Cloud Shell. This way, from your desktop, you can sync your websites in specific drive and folders. You can also access your other services and then get them to sync. Like let's say if you are making use of blob storage, you can sync them with your Google Cloud. So we'll be going through that. So for now, let me go back to my project, right? I can also put it down like this, right? Alternatively, we can also see if we can use it by pinning from here. And as you can see, if you want to access singular page for all products, go to product solutions and all products. Some of the time you may notice that it will take a bit of time to search through all the options. I have noticed this problem despite being on 300 Mbps connection or even in 1.2 Gbps. So in some cases it may slow you down, so you may have to check what is slowing things down, right? So here you see, let's go back to our all products. Let's see where it will take you. Also, one more thing before we go there, you can notice that your account status will be shown through this hamburger menu, billing, account management, free trial. Then you have preferences and project settings, and also at the top you have your account. So that kind of shows you that you already have Google account. If you are using any business email or so, then you would have additional credits of $100 or so, and the same way it will be visible for your account options, right? So we covered most of the simple things, and if you have decent connection, then you can try out all the options including your cloud SDK download. That is a must if you wish to make use of Cloud Shell that you see at the top, right? So here you see Cloud Shell is free for all, but it requires your Cloud SDK. So I may have to download that, but I will cover that separately. So for now I have covered pretty much how to set up your Google Cloud account and set up billing, and I've shown you variety of places to go through and explore.